Today's review is on the Ford Galaxy 2-litre titanium. On the outside you can see this vehicle model has privacy glass, alloy wheels, parking sensors, and this version we've taken has got the double glass panoramic sunroof version as well. The media system, as you can see here, is full touchscreen. You can control the audio system, your climate control, you can control your phone, you can add new phones to it, the navigation system's there, and the settings for such things as the brightness, the colours, miles, kilometres, things like that you might want to change if you went abroad. In the app side you can also connect your Bluetooth phone, or you can connect mobile apps. There are certain maps you can download with your phone which will actually allow it to connect to the car and interact more efficiently. So if we go to the home button here, you'll see that what it shows you on the first screen is split at the moment. You've got navigation on one side, you'd have your phone on the bottom, and the radio playing at the top telling you which system you're listening to. You've got an outside temperature indicator which is here, and then you've got the dual zone climate control temperatures on the right and the left hand side, telling you what temperature is actually blown out into the car for you. So if you move further down, you'll see you've got the further controls for the sound system, which are the volume controls, the seat button for up and down through the CD tracks or the radio stations, and you can also fine tune it, and from there you can also switch the system on or off. You've got replicated controls on the steering wheel, which we'll cover in a minute, and then further down you've got the temperature controls for the climate control. You can control it independently left or right, or you can have it set to auto so the driver's side controls all the temperatures. You've then got a single storage compartment here, which you've got a 12-volt socket, and you've got two separate USB connectors, so you can actually have two devices charging at the same time. On the last part of the central column here, you've got the electronic parking handbrake, which will auto release when you put it into gear and drive off, as long as the driver is wearing his seatbelt. You've got a park city button, which actually reduces the sensitivity or increases the sensitivity of the steering wheel, which makes it easier to turn the wheel with, when you're parking the car. You've got the auto circulation for turning off the when the car switches itself off, the auto stop start, and then you've got the parking control sensors which you can switch on. Should you be driving forwards into a parking space, you'd want to switch the sensors on so you can actually hear them beep as you get closer to what's in front of you. You've got twin drinks holders, of which you can actually extend and make for a deeper one for putting bigger bottles in. Put those back, and then you've got a central armrest which actually opens up to a further depth, and you'll see there's a secondary 12-volt socket in here, and that actually goes down for about 18 inches, so you can store quite a bit of stuff in there. Okay, now we're going to look at the driver's cockpit area. Starting from the left hand side, you've got the engine start and stop button. This vehicle's got a keyless entry, so it allows you to obviously have the key in your pocket. You can get into the doors without having to rumble for your keys. You can then, once you're in the car, if you put your foot down on the clutch, you can press the engine start button and the car will just automatically start for you. Coming up from there, you've then got the indicator stalk, which also controls the flashes for the headlights and your main beam, but also has, quite importantly, the lane assist on there, which should the car move outside of the lanes when you travel on the motorways, it'll actually actively alert you to the fact that you're outside of your lane. Coming down from there, you've then got the driver display control area, which allows you to change certain things, such as the tire. You can change the tire pressures. You can look at things like the speed limiters. You can set those to the speed you want. You've got something quite important which I think on here, which is the pre-collision assistance. Should the car be approaching a vehicle in front of it too rapidly, and you maybe don't realise you're getting there too quick, the car will actively brake for you to slow you down so as you can prevent a collision, which is a very good safety feature to have on a car. Coming down from there, you've then got the speed limiter and cruise control system. You can set the speed limit to a specific speed if you're going through a speed restricted area. So you could be driving at 40 and no matter what you do, pressing on the accelerator, the car will not travel above 40 miles an hour. The cruise control works in a slightly different way. For those that don't know, you would set the vehicle at, say, the motorway speed limit, which is 70 miles an hour. You'd be travelling at 70 and you would actually not have to use the accelerator, and the car would sit at a steady 70 miles an hour for you until you deactivate it or increase or decrease the speed yourself. And that works, I think, from any speed, I think from about 20 miles an hour onwards. Then you move across to the right, you've got the control system for the audio and for the phone. You've also got your voice control on here, where you can manually tell it about the navigation address you want to go to, or you can ask it to call someone on your behalf. You've got the volume controls, which are here. Then you've got the left and right for tracking through either radio stations or CD tracks should you be listening to something on the media system. Then move up from there, you've got the right hand control system, which actually allows you to access onto the information that's stored on the media screen. So you can access into the entertainment system, the navigation system, the phone system, and you can then do certain things from there, like turn them on, off. You can actually go into navigation and it will tell you the route address, so without you having to really take your eyes from the road, you can actually see the address of where you're going to, and the directions will pop up on the central screen. That's located in between the speedometer clocks and the speedometer. And you've got a secondary button here, as well as one on your key, for actually opening the boot from the inside of the vehicle. So rather than you having to get out to allow someone to access the boot, you just press the boot button and it'll open it for you. Lastly, as you move across here, you've got controls for your all-round windows and for your electric heated folding mirrors. So you can fold them from the inside just by pressing the button, or you can activate the right or left mirror to move it to get it to the position where you need it to be. And all four of the windows are controlled by the driver's side should they want to, but you can also switch off and lock the rear two windows should you have children in the back and you don't want them to access the windows, which again is a good safety feature. And then you can lock and unlock the vehicle from here, and that is your driver's side control system. Okay, so moving to the rear of the vehicle for where the passengers would sit, just quick cover the door panel. You've got electric control switch for your window, and this model of titanium also has a set of rear sun blinds, which obviously help intensify the privacy glass. Okay, so moving to the seat, you've got a fully adjustable seat where you can actually adjust the recline up and down. But more than that, you can actually move the seat backwards and forwards, which is not very common in the middle row of seats for a vehicle like this. You can, if you want to, fold it completely flat down. Lost it. So should you want to, you can load all the way through from the back of the car. On the back of the front seats, you've also got what's called a drinks or meal tray, and on the central column you've actually got control for your own climate control system. So now we're in the boot area. As we discussed, there's a middle set of seats that can be fully controlled. You've got 3 switches here which will allow you to pop the seats down. Okay, so if you wanted to pop the seats, what you would do is you can just press the button. Each one loads down completely down. So if you wanted to load something through, if you pick up a large chest of drawers or a load of IKEA flat pack furniture, that's your ideal carry space. The last part of the boot system is you've got 2 other buttons which will electronically raise up the 3rd row of seats, which will actually bring your maximum total of seats to 7, so you can have 7 passengers, so you can see here.